Let's talk about something they really don't want you to know about. Because when people think COINTELPRO, they automatically think Black Panthers. They think civil rights leaders getting wiretapped. But what they don't talk about enough is how the FBI ran a full-scale war on Native American activists. And yes, it was deliberate, it was planned, and it was brutal. COINTELPRO wasn't just about surveilling radicals. It was about crushing any movement that threatened the status quo. And in the 1970s, Native American activism was rising. You had the American Indian Movement, A.I.M for short. They were demanding that the U.S. honor its treaties, stop stealing land, and end police brutality on reservations. They occupied Alcatraz in 1969 to reclaim stolen territory and call out broken promises. They organized protests at Mount Rushmore. They led the Trail of Broken Treaties to D.C. in 1972, all to present demands. They were demanding basic human rights, and of course, this government saw that as a threat. So the FBI made them a target. Under COINTELPRO, they infiltrated A.I.M with chapters and informants. They spread rumors to create division amongst leaders, deliberately provoke conflicts on reservation, encouraging feuds that turned violent. At the Pine Ridge Reservation in South Dakota, things got really bad. The tribal chairman, Dick Wilson, was in direct conflict with A.I.M supporters. Wilson's private militia, the so-called Goon Squad, was given permission to intimidate, beat, and even kill A.I.M sympathizers. Meanwhile, the FBI sat back, watched, and in some cases provided the intelligence that fueled the violence. Over 60 people died on Pine Ridge between 1973 and 1976, in what many call a reign of terror. And let's talk about Wounded Knee in 1973. A.I.M occupied the town for 71 days, demanding that the U.S. government investigate corruption on Pine Ridge and uphold treaties. The FBI surrounded them with armored vehicles, assault rifles, and roadblocks. 2 Native men, Frank Clearwater and Buddy Lamont, they were killed. Many others were wounded. Instead of negotiating in good faith, the government treated them like enemy combatants. They were asking for their rights under the law, and they got military siege in response. COINTELPRO wasn't just some bad apple moment in FBI history. It was policy. A coordinated, well-funded program to sabotage, destabilize, and destroy movements demanding justice. And Native American activists were absolutely on that hit list. Because they weren't just fighting for civil rights, they were fighting for land, sovereignty, and the right to exist on their own terms. And the government couldn't have that, so, of course, they tried to break them. So when people talk about COINTELPRO, remember that it wasn't just about wiretapping MLK or killing Fred Hampton. It was about crushing A.I.M, sowing violence on reservations, silencing Native voices that demanded that the U.S. live up to its own laws and treaties. And the consequences of that war are still being felt.